Okay, this is a walkthrough of the mock graph data generator version 0.50. We've added in Ideate tab. This is an extension of the GraphGPT project done by Varun. Okay, so here in this prompt, you can put in any sort of narrative description of what you would like to create a data model of. And here it's got something simple, people buy cars and cars have different colors. And what the prompt will attempt to do is to turn any plurals to singles so that you could use either casing and then basically get the same type of node to represent that object. Once you've got basically a data model that you generally like, you can click on this download arrows button, and then when you go to the design tab, you can go to import and just choose that file that was downloaded, and then click import, and then it'll bring it into arrows. And from here in arrows, you could do some additional configuration. Otherwise, you could just download this and move it to the generate, and the new default behavior will just create a random count and random keys as needed. But here I'm going to specify that I want 10 people, and I want, let's do between 10 and 20 cars, and we'll do, I think, a few less colors here. We'll do, I don't know, 3. Okay, and you can also specify counts for relationships. Here we'll just put between 1 and 2, so each car can have 1 to 2 colors. And that's good enough to start with here. So once I am ready, oh yes, so if you do want to, the original generator specifications still work. So you can look through here and find a particular generator you want to use. But literals have been added, so like here you can do a range, you can do an actual number, or you can put a list. So here, if I want only 1 or 3 colors, then I can put it in a list here. When I'm ready, just click download. And then same as before, go to the generate tab, go ahead and select the file that came from arrows. This will load up and run all the generators. Then you can just download the prepared zip file for data importer. So here, I'm just going to open model with data. Click on that zip file that came down. And here I can check that the data model is the same. And then I just have to click run import, which will automatically run the connection dialog box here. So here I'm going to update it to my new sort of sandbox instance. Okay, once that's added, it will kick off the import process, and just give that a few moments. And here I can check to see what was loaded. So I've got 10 people, 12 cars, 3 colors, and 23 relationships of people buying different types of cars. And here I can click and check on the actual data by going right to a Neo4j browser instance. Same URI and password. And here I'll just run the default, basically pull up 25 random records. And here I've got, person, cars, and colors inside. And here I'll just check the schema to make sure that that does match. And indeed I've got people, or person, car, and color. And here I'll just update this so that the browser visualizer kind of separates the different type of nodes. Cool. Okay, so if I wanted to iterate on this, I can go back to the design tab. Oh, I gotta close out this dialog box first. So I can go back here, close out the export, and go in here and modify things like, for a person, I probably want some names, so I'll add a first name generator here. And to do that, I just copy and paste this sort of notation code. And I've got one for last names. And probably want one for an email. So I can still specify a key property, but that's no longer absolutely necessary. The system will default to a custom assigned UUID if no key is assigned. Here, this is a list of the literal properties that have been added. So you don't have to use a generator code configuration anymore as a hard requirement. You could put literal strings, literal integers, literal floats, and there are a couple sort of shorthands. So you could put in a range of integers or a range of floats. You can also put lists, list of strings, list of integers, list of floats. And what the generator will do, what the app will do behind the scenes is it will pick an appropriate generator that processes lists or ranges. You can also just put in just a general descriptor. So we can put in a string, int, float, bool, date, and an appropriate generator will be used to generate like a random date time, random bool, so true, false, float, int, or just a random lorem ipsum word. Okay, that I believe are all the updates in 0.5.0. Enjoy.